What's up, everybody? It's Joe from JLW Games coming at you with another cool video back in Roller Coaster Tycoon World. And this is part 5 of this series and the last of this park here. And this will actually be the last of the series. This is the last episode of this series. Just getting that through. Now, it's not the last episode of Roller Coaster Tycoon World, but it is the last episode of this series of this park, the last episode of this park. And again, I think I said in the last one, I didn't go completely all out in this park, but in the next episode, or the next Roller Coaster Tycoon World series, that park I'm actually working very hard on to make it really cool, and I actually am using UGC in it as well. So a lot of different things in that the next episode you see will probably be a part 1 again. So this is going to conclude this series of this campaign of this park. Let me guys know in the comments if you would like to see a cinematic version of this park. I don't know yet if I really want to do one on this park yet, because it wasn't 100% effort for this park, but if you guys want it, I will deliver it. So just let me guys know if you guys want a cinematic version of this park, because you know, I went through 5 episodes of it, and if you guys like it and want a cinematic version of this park, let me know in the comments. So in this episode, I do end up adding a third coaster. It's a spinning coaster that I add, but I don't actually design it. I just use the prefabricated one, because I really just wanted to get through this park, because I wanted to get to the next park. I didn't like where this park was going in the first place, but you guys seem to like it, so anyways, that's where it's at. And the next park is actually going to be a lot better, using some UGC and stuff like that, some user generated content, and it's going to turn out just so much better than this park, trust me, because it's been it's after the updates, it will actually be a better park in the long run. Anyways, so here are some lane clearing for the new ride, or the new last coaster. I wanted to put at least one more coaster in, but I didn't really want to design this one. I just wanted to plop one down for this part, the purpose of this park. And I don't really care for the prefabricated ones, but it was just a spinning coaster, so I didn't really mind, because it was just a spinning coaster. So, but I would really appreciate if you guys just leave a comment real quick if you want to see a cinematic version of this park. If not, that is cool. I can save it for the next park, because the next park is probably going to take me a lot longer to create than this one did. So, and this park is pretty much, I don't know if I'll come back to this park, because I'm getting to the point where I want to come back to my parks in the future and just add on to them, you know, year by year, maybe like every year or something, add an improvement to a park and create a cinematic version video of it. I was very confused of why these cars weren't spinning, because it was a spinning coaster, and later on they end up spinning, which was kind of confusing the heck out of me. But this is kind of a shorter episode, because there's not much left, and it's the conclusion of this park. And yeah, so that is this park. Let me guys know in the comments of a name for this park. I haven't really thought of one. I mean, I could call it Frolicking Forest, which is what it is. The campaign mode is. So I was really at this point tired of the thing telling me that my park was too dark, so I just placed so many lanterns everywhere, and it was just getting annoying, because I thought my park was pretty well lit, but I guess not in the long run. So yeah, I kind of wish I really wish there was modular building. That's what really throws me away from this game, is that there's no modular building system, and that's why I'm kind of turning to UGC, and maybe I can find some sets that will have some, and it'll make things a little bit cooler and easier, and make the park look more realistic and awesomer at the same time. But the next park is actually going to be, I wouldn't say too much, maybe a little bit of it. It's going to have a little bit of a Disney feel to it, and that's kind of what I wanted to go with in the long run. Kind of have this nice main street and some rides here and there, and I think it'll turn out to be kind of cool. So that's kind of where I'm going with that there. Whoops, just hit my mic. That was probably a very annoying sound, I'm not gonna lie. I could hear it myself, so sorry about that if I just hurt your ears, because I didn't really appreciate that noise either. But anyways, that is this park, and let me know in the comments what you guys want to have this park named as, if you want to see a cinematic version of it. And the fencing system in this game is just a nightmare as well, especially going around corners and stuff. It is a nightmare to get correct. And I wish they made it just a little bit more simpler and easier to work with, because it's just kind of broken in my opinion. I mean, I like the way it works when it does work, but most of the time it doesn't work, especially with the corners. It's hard to line it up to where I want it to be, and it'd be nice if you could just add it to certain area, or a fence to certain areas of your pathways, instead of having to do it by hand, because doing it by hand is just a pain in the butt, because it does not like to work very well. And I just kind of had to improvise in the long run, because I'm like, well, what do I do here? And like, I just could not figure out what to do, so I usually just place like a rock in between it and call it good. Because it's just so frustrating. And yeah, so not the greatest fencing system in the long run. I kind of like the way you can do it in Planet Coaster, which is kind of improvise it in a way, and because you can place those anywhere you want, there's no limits to the fencing tool there. And this is, I guess, kind of gate type thing, so I just put that there to cover that up. And I was like, well, I got this little field, let me try and put some flowers and stuff in there, but it still did not let me place stuff within there in certain most of the areas. So I just kind of left it blank and said, well, it's good enough. Because it did not let me do much with it. And that's one thing about Roblox Tycoon World that just kind of bugs me, is the limitations to placing objects and stuff, and places I feel like I should be able to place it, and it won't let me place it. So just a little bit more of a terrain tool around the little plaza to give it kind of a cool feel. And I don't really care for the textures right now that they have available, and they could be a little bit better. But that's pretty much this park, and not too much to it, and could add to it later. But for the most part, this series is ended, and I will start on a new series next time with a new park that will look hopefully a little bit better than this one, and I'm sure it will. So I want to thank you guys so much for watching. If you liked the video, make sure to give it a like. If you want to leave a comment for some feedback, I will be most honored to take a look at it. And I hope you guys have a great day, and an even cooler tomorrow. I will see you guys in the next video. Thank you, and good